You say, or Michael Dell says, look, we need to create 600 million jobs in this global economy, and entrepreneurship is the way to get at that. What are you doing to try and spur more of it?
Well, entrepreneurs are creating 70 to 90% of all jobs. It's a farce to think that the big companies are the only ones making jobs. But we're concerned that 8 out of 10 of them are failing in their first 18 months. So what we've seen is we need policy that really supports them. We're in the middle of this political campaign, so it's very relevant right now. So we've created something called Entrepreneurs Unite that we hope will pass UN policy, the Sustainable Development Goal 8, for entrepreneurs to help them scale.
What do they need?
They need access to capital, they need the right ecosystems around them, they need access to networks, technology, and they don't need to bump up against regulations that's not necessary for them.
Such as what?
Well, if you look at issues in our country, access to capital is something quite positive, but in other countries it's not there. We actually created a scorecard even for women entrepreneurs to know what they need. Luckily, the U.S. ranks quite high, but then you look at countries like in India or Pakistan or Bangladesh where women don't have even access to identification. So access to capital, technology, markets, and networks are kind of those 4 pillars that entrepreneurs need.
How important, how much are you focused on entrepreneurship here in the U.S.? Because one of the things I see us doing a lot is bringing over foreign nationals, giving them the best education in the world, and then immediately kicking them out of the country before they can do start any companies here.
Well, entrepreneurship in this country is what we were founded on and what we need to continue to grow. Our concern, though, is even women entrepreneurs are only getting 7% of the capital they need. When you look at crowdsourcing, and 60% of funding is coming from the public for women in terms of access to capital. So we're focusing globally, but of course we're looking at the U.S. as well. But we are in a global economy. The day that I launch a website, I'm a global entrepreneur. So this is relevant in all countries.
Why aren't women getting this capital? Investors are pretty gender blind. When they see a good idea, they'll invest in it. No, but I mean, they are for the most part. I mean, corporate boards may not be.
If they were gender blind, it would be more than 70%, right? Access to capital. In the technology space, only 3% of women who are founder CEOs are getting access to capital. So they're not gender blind. This is something we really need to work on.
Yeah.